What's going on, YouTube? This is Jimophanis, aka vypermajik, and today I'm going to be throwing down against Father Gascoigne on Bloodborne. This guy's pretty tough. He's obviously another hunter who's gone just a little crazy. He's part werewolf, which we'll get to in a minute. First and foremost, I highly recommend making sure you have the tiny music box with you before you enter. Now, there's other videos out there on where exactly to find them. The best advice I can give you is there's a part of the map where you go down this tall ladder and there's a giant standing there. He's very near to that. Every little window that you can interact with will have a red lantern out in front of it, so keep an eye on those lanterns. Knock on all the windows and you'll eventually come across a little girl who lost her mother. Turns out that this is her father, and he hates this music box. So what you're going to do is you're going to play it, and you'll notice when I was playing it earlier, it does stun him, and it gives you a good opportunity to go in there and land a couple free shots. Now, word to the wise, it's not an instant attack. In other words, it takes a second or two for the music to hurt him in a sense. So don't just play and run in wildly, and it's okay if you don't get if you miss a shot or two, because at point blank range, that guy will tear you up. At a random point in the battle, anywhere from 50 to 70% health, he will abandon his human form and become a werewolf. The music box will still work up until the point when he howls. When he howls, forget it. I highly recommend at that point moving on to either Molotov cocktails or just a traditional blunderbuss and weapon combination. Molotov cocktails will do about 160 damage to him, which is a pretty nice amount. The problem is he's so fast that half the time you're going to throw them either where he was or over his head as he's lunging towards you. As with all bosses in this game, he has an uncanny ability to close the gap extremely quickly. So running away is not advised, and I know I do it a lot, but you'll see the times that I have the most success, I'm strafing to my left or to my right. He's got a couple basic attacks. He does the, if he's at a distance, he'll just jump in the air and lunge directly at you. The problem with this attack is it will knock you down and set you up for additional damage. If you're at close range, he'll do a couple swipes with his hand. He always starts with his right, then his left. Then he takes a pause, then he follows up with a strong right. After that is when it's opened up to attack. So be mindful and don't think, oh, he's done attacking and run in, because that final attack delays, but it will knock you over and set you up for another lunge. He also does a two-handed ground pound and also an independent left-handed swipe. He's best, again, if you can get behind him and strafing around and trying to hit him from behind. That's where you're going to have the most success. He's very aggressive, and it's worth noting that the blunderbuss does work very well in this. In this particular playthrough where I killed him, I wasn't very successful with it, but in previous runs where I died, I actually was very well. The thing you have to keep in mind is you have to shoot a little sooner than you would expect, because he will jump into you. And if you could land a shot point blank in his chest, you'll stun him and you'll be able to take off about 1/8 of his health, which is a pretty nice reward. But again, it's a risk-reward system with the blunderbuss, so beware. I highly recommend just a traditional circle strafe and hitting him with your basic attack, and before you know it, he'll be down. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please do me a favor, comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know how you're enjoying the game. Let me know what strategies you used on the boss. If you want to help, look me up on the PlayStation Network. My handle is vypermajik. I'd love a friend request, and I'd love to play with you at some time. Thanks for watching my video, and until then, I and the dead father will see you guys on the other side.